Welcome back to my channel, USA Roloff Farm TV. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Little people, big world. Did Matt's greed ruin the family? The farm owner Caryn are all about money. Matt Roloff from Little People, Big World might have ruined the family with his greedy behavior. He joined the reality series alongside his ex-wife Amy Roloff and their children. Little People, Big World primarily featured their son with dwarfism, Zach Roloff, as he grew up on the show. The Roloffs were happy living on and managing the Roloff family farms, but their unit was dismantled when Matt and Amy got divorced. They grew apart as a couple, and Amy alleged Matt had an affair with her with his current partner, Caryn Chandler. Their partnership formed out of lies and uncertainty, which left a negative taste in most of the Roloff children's mouths. Matt's ego has gotten out of control in the years after his divorce, and he's made some questionable decisions. He fractured his relationship with Zach after listing part of the Roloff farms without letting him know ahead of time. Caryn's been accused of being a gold digger since the beginning of her relationship, and her greed may have subconsciously seeped into Matt's perception of the Roloff family farms. Is Matt Roloff selling out the Roloff family because Caryn Chandler wants money? Caryn could have influenced Matt to sell the Roloff farms for money. Before she began dating the reality star, Caryn worked for the Roloffs as a manager of the pumpkin patch, where she worked her way up to become Matt's assistant. She may have learned about the farm's true value by working closely with him. Caryn told Matt she didn't want to take on the responsibility of working on the farms any longer. She knew her partner was a reality TV star and might have thought they would bring home a larger profit by listing the farms and reaping the benefits. Matt Roloff wouldn't give his own kids the farm. Zach's still angry. Little People, Big World will likely end after season 25 because of Matt and Zach's feud. The Roloff patriarch knew it was his son's dream to take over the Roloff farms when he grew older. Nonetheless, Matt disregarded Zach's feelings when he listed part of the property and didn't tell him ahead of time. He had little remorse for his betrayal and slyly offered his son a piece of the land for $4 million when he knew Zach couldn't afford it. Instead of prioritizing his children's feelings, Matt was too busy catering to Caryn's requests. Matt Roloff tries to justify his actions online. Matt doesn't take accountability for his actions. Instead, he attempts to defend himself online. When asked by a fan on Facebook if Little People Big World would be returning for season 26 after Zach and his wife, Tori Roloff, announced their departure from the show, Matt didn't have a clear answer. Matt added that Caryn is done filming after Little People Big World season 25. Little People, Big World star. Matt may have shattered the Roloff family bond because of his greedy behavior. Since he started his relationship with Caryn, he's begun making more decisions motivated by money. Matt and Zach don't seem to see eye to eye anymore, which is heartbreaking for their family. Little People, Big World. Clues. Caryn Chandler's a gold digger. Did she cause the farm drama? On Little People, Big World, Caryn Chandler has had a reputation for harboring materialistic and selfish motives when it comes to her intentions behind dating eventually marrying Matt Roloff. Starting as one of his employees, Caryn began working on the farm as Matt's assistant for 10 years before acquiring a spot on one of the best reality TV shows. Matt used to be married to Amy Roloff, with whom he bought a farmhouse in 1990 to create Roloff Farms, which has since exploded in popularity to become a huge tourist destination in Oregon. Caryn experienced her own divorce from Joseph Chandler, whom she was married to for 20 years until 2012. Matt and Amy split in 2016, giving Caryn 4 years to present herself as a single and available outlet for Matt in his marital troubles. Having had 2 children with Joseph, Caryn was likely looking for a way to financially support her children following the dissolution of her marriage, which is where Matt and the potential value of selling his farm came in during season 25 of Little People, Big World. When Matt acquired the family farm in 1990, a succession was well established, with Zach slated to take over after Matt was ready to retire. That is why it took the entire family, most notably Zach, by surprise when Matt decided to list 16 acres of the market without consulting anyone. Zach was understandably offended, and although he has not publicly placed blame on Caryn, her lack of interest in taking on the responsibility of managing the Roloff farms was not a secret and presumably influenced Matt and Caryn's decisions, which tore the family apart. Although Caryn would not have been involved if Zach were to take over, she would have lost a large sum of money which she felt entitled to. That money most likely appealed to both Matt and Caryn as potential funding for their new home, which they started to build during Little People, Big World Season 25. It goes without saying that Zach was well aware of the financial incentive Matt Caryn gained by removing him from the equation, given that he refused to talk about Matt Caryn's engagement with the producers during a confessional moment later in the season. It is no secret that Matt has a desirable amount of money from the farm and the 25 seasons of Little People, Big World which he has starred in, and Caryn is benefiting from that with new homes in both Oregon and Arizona. Caryn also posts on Instagram quite frequently to share updates about what she refers to as quick getaways in Cabo. While she may be enjoying a new lavish life, her new expensive 2-story home lacked accessibility for Matt to the upstairs bedroom, which displayed a priority for Matt's money over his company in her life. Sigh. Not only did Matt likely support Caryn financially in getting her home, but he also gave her authority throughout the process of building his new and expensive home. Caryn told Matt, "It's still always going to be your house that we're gonna share," in Little People, Big World Season 25, Episode 2, Get Your Girlfriend Straight. While this sounds like a fair sentiment, Matt went on to say that when he finds a product he likes, he first consults Caryn about where she doesn't want it. Given how much he's spending, Matt should get the first and final say about where anything goes. Did Zach Tori Roloff leave Little People Big World because of Caryn Chandler? On their new podcast, Raising Heights, Tori says that she and Zach are not dramatic enough. They go on to say that the farm deal forced Zach to become the messenger between his father and mother, which consequently means that Caryn and Matt's heartless actions involving the deal contributed to Zach and Tori's departure. Zach claims that he has never been uncomfortable in a financially materialistic way, and that leaving the show is an opportunity to move on and pursue open doors, which they may not pursue otherwise, unlike Caryn, who still seeks to reap the show's financial benefits. In another podcast episode, Zach says that his relationship with Matt is non-existent, and that although the dust has settled since they stopped filming, nothing has been fixed. Zach never got along with Caryn in the first place, and goes on to say that Matt and Caryn are still in denial, thinking they've done nothing wrong, which communicates a narcissism that he must have put his foot down against. Leaving Little People Big World challenged Matt and Tori to distance themselves from Caryn's out-of-control ego, which clearly has in part caused the farm drama.